Hey guys, so today I'm faced with a problem. I'm lazy and I really can't be asked to manually fill up these buckets that I have in my hand. However, for people like me, there is still hope. If I look behind me, there is a chest. So if I go up to this chest and place these buckets inside the chest, I notice that the buckets are being taken out of the chest and they come back as filled buckets. I also noticed that none of the filled buckets are being taken back out of the chest, which means that only normal buckets will be taken out, and if you accidentally place any other items in, then they will not be taken into the system and lost forever. So the concept behind this build is pretty simple. I have it split into 4 parts to make it as simple as possible to understand. There is the item filter, the water filler, the infinite water source, and the dropper tower to get the buckets back into the chest. Also, as you can imagine, this is the first practical build I have done in a while, so there is going to be a tutorial, and there is no need to wait for one because it is in this video, so stay tuned. So before we start the tutorial, I just want to mention why my hotbar is so huge. That is because I am using a mod that was made by Game For You, and it came very in handy while we were building the 6x6. It basically extends your hotbar and treats the top row of your inventory as an extra 9 slots to go in the hotbar. And yeah, it got very useful in the 6x6, and it's also very useful for doing redstone tutorials like this one. So anyway, to the tutorial. So you need a 6x7 area, and you're going to dig down 4 blocks, and this point here represents where your chest is, so it's the same number of blocks from each wall, so it's 2 from here, 2 from here, and 2 from here. So it's quite easy to remember. So once you've got that laid out, you want to remove these 2 blocks underneath the chest, and then you want to build up one here and then place 3 droppers facing upwards like that. Break that block, then place a hopper facing into that dropper there, then place a dispenser there, then hoppers like so, and then this is very important, this hopper here must face either that way, this way, or this way. It cannot face into that hopper down there or into this dropper here, otherwise the system will fail. So that's all your hoppers and droppers placed. So now we can get into the item filter. So we place a block here and then a comparator there like that, 2 blocks there with redstone dust on top, and you should not use a block there because we are relying on the signal strength of the items that are inside that hopper, so make sure that is a redstone dust. Then we place a 1-tick repeater there, then place your floor block there, a torch, and then blocks like so with a 1-tick repeater there, block there, and then redstone dust there, which will head into that repeater and power it. So now we want to place the zone where your water goes, so we place 3 blocks like that, 1 up there, and you kind of get the gist of this. You just build blocks going around it so that none of your water flows out. We're going to place in the water last because, as we all know, water and redstone do not agree with each other, so it will just make it easier to build. So now we want to place a block here and then place redstone dust on it like that, then a block up, comparator facing out of it like that, then block here, then a torch, 2 blocks, a 3-tick repeater, and then redstone dust like that. Then you want to place blocks like so, then a 1-tick repeater like that, block up, cut that one out, then place 3 redstone there and a repeater there like that, and then 2 redstone dust here and another repeater like that. So now we want to place in our water, so you place 1 source block there and 1 source block there. Now we can make our item elevator, which is pretty simple. You just place 2 blocks here, a comparator there, and then blocks like so, a 1-tick repeater there, and then 2 redstone dust there. Then you need to place a block here, and then dust there, then a 1-tick repeater there, and then dust there as well. Then finally place blocks going up like so, 2 redstone dust there, and then a 1-tick repeater heading into those droppers. And that should be the whole system done, apart from the fact that we need to place in the items inside this hopper. So for the item filter, you will need 1 bucket and 4 signs. So what we do is we go inside the hopper, place in your bucket there like that, and then place 4 signs like that, filling each of the slots. So the reason why we need this is so that only buckets will pass in, and we use signs just because it's cheap. Basically it's cheaper than having lots of buckets in here, because that requires lots of iron. So now we can test it. So if we place these items in our chest, you'll notice that they go out and it's filling up the buckets, and we end up with filled buckets inside the chest. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe, leave your feedback in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.